I'm Jeff Miller. I work for Genencor in Palo Alto, California. We're here at the 505 World Championship in Hamilton Island, Australia. Together with my sailing partner Mike Smith here, we're going to try and compete for the world title in this greatest sailing class of all, the 505 class. 505 class is named because the boats are 5.05 meters long, and they're considered to be the Formula One racing boat for small dinghies. So today we expect strong winds. It's going to be 18 to 20 knots. We're going to be sailing outside of these islands here in some open water, and it's going to be very challenging conditions. Well, of course, the biggest challenge is to keep from capsizing. We put the spinnakers up, we take them down, we do a lot of maneuvers to make it around the race course, and of course each of those maneuvers is challenging enough. So just to be able to do that well is part of the race. In addition, tuning the boat up for the conditions is also part of the strategy, and to keep the boat going fast at all times. That's the nature of racing. So we have 85 boats here from all around the world, and the competition is pretty good. These are some of the best sailors in the world. We've got several former world champions here, including 2 world champions that are also on the Genencor sailing team. One is Mike Martin, who won the world championship in 2009 in San Francisco, and of course we expect the conditions to be well suited to his performance. And then Howard Hamlin, who was a world champion in 1999 and has at least 10 second place finishes under his belt as well. So we expect that he'll be a strong competitor. I myself have had several top 10 finishes in the World Championship, but I've never won. I've won a few national titles and several regional titles, but I've never won the big one. My sailing partner here is Mike Smith, and I'm going to let you tell a little bit about yourself, Mike.
Thanks. I'm Mike Smith from Pleasanton, California. I've been sailing with Jeff now for, 3 years, 3 to 4 years. We spend a lot of time in the boat practicing. This boat is really about teamwork. Jeff talks about keeping the boat upright in windy conditions, and that really is the name of the game. And hopefully the time that we've spent in the boat leading up to this is going to allow us to get around the race course fast and upright.
My name is Howard Hamlin, and I'm sailing with Andy ZINN, and I'm very proud to be a part of the Genencor sailing team. And I race 505s because they're incredibly hard to sail. They're a great challenge, and they attract some of the best sailors in the world and generate the best sailors in the world. It's a very multidisciplinary sport requiring skills in interpersonal relationships with your sailing partner, and the tactical mental game and boat preparation, and of course the physical ability.
This is our boat. It's a 505. This is the boat that we won the Worlds in 2 years ago in 2009 in San Francisco, and I don't think we've made a lot of changes since then, but it's pretty much dialed in for these conditions. And you can see it's fairly complicated, so there's a lot of technology that goes into the boat, and fine-tuning the sails, fine-tuning the blades, all that leading edge sort of development is one of the things that gives you an edge out there, so you really have to fully maximize that aspect of the game. The other aspect of the game is obviously physical conditioning. The boats are pretty physical to sail. The harder you push them, the faster they go, so that's another important aspect of the game. So this is Jeff EWENSON. We've been sailing together a bit for the past couple of years, and we're sailing together at this Worlds.
I'm Jeff EWENSON. I'm from Annapolis, Maryland, and the thing that draws me the most to the 505 is the speed. These boats are intense, they're fun, they're fast, and there's decision making happens very quickly, and when you get it right it's phenomenal, and when you get it wrong it's catastrophe.
Okay, here we are on the final presentation night of the 505 Worlds. We're having a lot of entertainment inside, as you can probably hear. Great wrap-up dinner and awards dinner. We finished overall 23rd, which is a respectable performance. Of course, not as good as we'd like, but nonetheless, we're quite happy with how we did. As you can see in true Australian style, we have a good mixture of formal wear as well as informal wear. Of course, it's quite warm here in the tropics, and that's a good way for us to kind of express the general feelings of what we've accomplished here. So I'm going to hand this over to Howard Hamlin. He and Andy Zinn finished 4th in the regatta. Howard, tell us your feelings of how you felt the event went.
Well, we had a good time here. It was really nice, and I got to sail with Andy again for my third time in a world championship. And I guess when you look back, for me, you look back and say, oh, okay, what could we have done different? And if we could have done some things different, could we have been better? And clearly that was the case, which is a good sign. So that means we just got to work on a few more things to get back to the top.
Now we'll hand it over to Mike Martin. Mike and Jeff ended up 10th overall in the event. And tell us, Mike, how you felt the event went, and tell us about your performance.
Well, the event was terrific. I mean, the weather was a little rough. We had a little bit of rain, but we actually had great sailing and a lot of wind. And Hamilton Island is a fantastic spot in any weather. So that was terrific. Jeff and I wound up 10th overall, and I think we were probably hoping to do better. But this is only the 3rd regatta we've sailed together. So we were just trying to figure out how to sail together, and we're getting better throughout the week. And given a little more time, I think we could have done much better.
Okay, so that wraps it up for the 2011 505 Worlds for Team Genencor. Thanks a lot, you guys. Appreciate your participation, and hope to be back next year.
Thanks, Genencor.
Thanks, Genencor. Thanks for the sponsorship.
Thanks a lot.